Okay, so I did this video with my friend 2 days ago. It was stuck at 5 views. Well, I'm leaving DBD Forever Part 3. Okay, and it only got 5 views in the first day, and I just thought, oh, it's a failure, whatever. I've expressed my opinions, right? Just move on. Got it out of my system. No one wants to watch it, fine. Doesn't bother me one way or the other. Well, I'd rather prefer that people watch it so it doesn't feel like a wasted effort. But fine. It's the marketplace of ideas, blah blah blah. So what happened after 24 hours, suddenly it jumped up to 170 something views, and it's barely grown after that. So what I think happened is a bunch of weirdos shared this on social media and decided to brigade my video. And this was a comment: no one cares, right? And I don't want to point at this like lolly anime, all right? And people who watch anime or have anime advertised get bullied online, especially people with lolly anime as well. They're like considered like weirdos and creeps. I don't bully them myself, but I'm just saying, right? This feels like the nerdy bully kids coming along trying to find someone else to victimize. It's pathetic. So no one cares. I honestly did not watch the video, but I agree. I also didn't watch the video, and I also agree. Same, especially because 3 parts to leave feels like a lot of effort for quitting a game. Okay, right. Let's reply to that point. Okay. Right. Okay. So here we go. Let's go to my channel. Okay. Let's go to videos. Why I'm leaving Dead by Daylight Forever, part 1 of 2, part 2 of 3. 9 months ago, 8 months ago, I forgot all about it. Didn't do any videos on my channel. Haven't touched Dead by Daylight since. Okay. And part 3, 2 days ago. So there's a 8 month gap. Okay, 8 month gap. Okay. And I was only inspired to make this because of Dead by Daylight. This video came from the feed, the video I'm replying to. Right, I was replying to a video. I was inspired to make this because it brought back memories when I watched this video. Because I don't have many videos in my feed on Dead by Daylight anymore because I've blocked most of the channels. So, actual point there, debunked. So, this is brigading behaviour. It's stalky, weirdo, creepy behaviour. Because you're not coming to disagree with any points I made, right? You're not coming to have an argument based on the merits of an argument. Like I made a shit argument, you want to come and debunk it. You haven't bothered watching the video. You've just randomly decided to dogpile on me. You're upvoting each other's comments, right? Like if you're the same person with a sock account, you're a deranged weirdo, right? But I don't think you are because I've got loads of views from this. Relatively speaking, I've got a lot of views. It jumped up from your brigading. So a bunch of weirdos, right? What they did is they shared this on social media and they decided to dogpile on me for whatever fucking reason. It's fucking weirdo behaviour. Fucking weirdos. This is why I left the community. Jesus Christ. Bunch of fucking losers. Right? The bullied nerds coming in to find someone to bully. Right? I've gotten death threats from Pitsqueaks on Dead by Daylight Discord. Just for being a killer main, right? For pointing out the fucking obvious that low tier killers can't compete in a game's badly balanced, right? Okay. So I'm gonna watch this video and reply to this because this sort of backs up my point. Let's watch this.
Dead by Daylight streamers might just be the most sick and twisted individuals I have ever encountered on this planet. Never have I witnessed a group of people willingly subject themselves to such unfathomable degrees of self-inflicted torment so gleefully. Like I'm telling you, the DBD category on Twitch might as well just be renamed Pain Simulator at this point, because it's legit just full of a bunch of people torturing themselves playing a game they hate. Scrolling through the streams under the DBD category feels like when Virgil took Dante on a walk through purgatory. It's like you're peering into the realm of lost souls looking for a place to finally rest. So
you know, I'd rather hang out with the denizens of hell than the average DBD player, right? You know, Sartar said, hell is other people. He probably meant the DVD community, right? Spend some time in the DVD community. You'll be begging to be let back into hell. Okay.
Anyways, I finally decided to come back to DBD and record a gameplay video
Big mistake, my son. You run. Ronald Going's good.
for you all after my long break away from the game, and upon attempting so, I was immediately reminded why I stopped playing entirely in the first place. This
Because the game's shit and the community's shit, yeah? Game balance is shit.
is what happened on my very first match on.
Yeah, M1 Killer as well must suck. I'm not sure if that's your main, or you're just playing that because you just pick different killers randomly, but if that's your main, I really feel sorry for you. Like, Trapper gameplay can be a lot of fun, actually. Right? It can be very satisfying, but there's just so many bad matches you have with him.
I'm so ready. Oh god, I'm so ready. Let's do it. Lock in. Hold this. Ooh, we got notifications over this way. Okay, cool. Go and collect this.
Right, I'm of two minds, and I probably won't do this. I want to get a 50 win killing streak with Pyramid Head and stream it and record it and save it. Upload it to this. Then never play the game again, because I want to prove that I'm a good player. Right? I'm above average. I'm not nowhere near the best, but I'm much better than most of the survivors I encounter. I crush them. Right? Because most survivors are trash and they don't improve at the game, and you don't want to improve. Because I've played with them as a survivor myself, and they're just stubborn. Right? You give them advice, you tell them about the strategic mistakes they make, and they just don't listen to you, and they complain and rage about the game being unfair and unbalanced. When they do it to themselves and they commit suicide. Yeah? Okay. So all the fucking tools gaslighting me, telling me to get good, I'm better than you. I'm just better than you. Because you give me shitty advice that's either dishonest, designed to gaslight me, or you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
What the fuck? What are you doing?
If you don't know where to start in Top Heroes
Fuck
World, the
this shit.
Springland is a great place to start.
Hey,
There are
this game still
low-level
looks better
enemies
than
and villages
DVD,
with
though.
free heals.
Whatever that game is. No.
What the fuck are you doing? Wait, they're already quitting. What the This is my first match on. My first fucking match on! Why? Why are you guys like this? Hold this. Fuck it.
So, I either get games like this, I get cheaters, or I get sweat squads, or I get decent games. And I don't mind sweat squads if I'm playing a high tier killer, but if I'm playing a lower tier killer, it's just like stress, it's just boredom and wasted time because you don't have a chance, right? If you're an M1 killer, just don't have a chance. Yeah.
Hey, he's already quitting. Alright, cool. Yeah, and she's dead. Nice. Alright, well, there's basically the whole lobby. Cool, I guess.
Yeah, this is just a boring waste of time. So, like, sometimes you play like 3 shitty games like this where they quit early, and then you have a ultra sweat squad, and you're on a bad weak killer, and then you lose badly. Okay, right? And it's just a bad time. Like, you just wasted like an hour and a half playing crap games. Yeah, and by the way, I've rarely ever lost this Pyramid Head. Right? In fact, the only time I ever lost this Pyramid Head is when I've done the M2 only challenge, right? And I still won most of my games, but I sometimes had stressful games. And the thing is, I had losers. They must have known I was doing an M2 challenge, right? And they laughed at me for being bad, right? And then they refused to play me a normal game where I wouldn't just do an M2 challenge. They just run. This is how obnoxious survivors are. The thing is, they complain if you play sweaty, you play efficiently, and we play unusual when you do badly. They mock you and tease you and bully you. Right, so if they had any brains, they would actually be polite to people who played like that, to try and incentivize to carry on playing like that. You see, you can't fucking win with these fucking cretins, yeah? But let me make it clear, when I played all out with Pyramid Head, I dominated, yeah?
Whatever, yeah, that's what's up. Now, I'm sure we're all curious.
The only reason I never did a 50 run winning streak with Pyramid Head, right, is because I just find playing the same killer and playing sweaty 50 games in a row boring, but I probably did have 50 game victories with Pyramid in a row, I don't know, right? I lost the odd one, I drew the odd one, but with Pyramid Head I won the vast majority of them, right? I'm not bragging, I'm not even fucking saying I'm an amazing player, right? I know there's players, streamers much better than me, right? Okay, so the point I'm trying to make is killers are not complaining about the game because they're losing all the time. It's crappy survivors who lose all the time and whine and complain and don't improve. They're projecting. Okay, and I've actually made complaints from the survivor's point of view as well, because I actually want the game to be fucking balanced. I want it to be balanced. I honestly want to be balanced, but the community's full of fucking little gaslighting little turds, right? Who just lie and gaslight because they want to exploit bad gameplay design and just occupy that niche and just carry on exploiting it to wind up killers, right? That's what they want to do. Yeah.
What exactly their POV look like? You know,
The equivalent of that are nurse mains, right? Not all nurse mains, but a lot of nurse mains are dishonest about the game balance, trying to pretend the nurse is balanced, all the nurse is okay, or she's really high skilled seeing to play when she's not. Blight's more high skilled seeing to play, actually. But whatever.
you know, like, do you ever wonder what the POV of a survivor that quits within the first 2 seconds of the match looks like? Like, if only I could see what caused them to give up so quickly. Well, they just so happened to be live on Twitch. So let's see what exactly made them throw the match before it even began.
Well, you want fresh water?
The thing is, it's a shame. This game's so atmospheric, right? It's got good graphics, right? It's got great art design. It's got some great gameplay elements. Playing Swift with some good friends can be a lot of fun as well. It's a shame. It's a shame. This is like loser scum mentality. I'm afraid to say they don't give a fuck about anyone else, right? This is. Can you imagine having to deal with this? This is just so fucking boring as a killer, as well. And you think this is going to inflate the killer's MMR as well, above the skill level, right? I don't know how you can get balanced MMR. So eventually you're going to trash the crybabies, right? And then you're going to face the super sweat squads eventually, like the professional Swiss. I've faced the professional Swiss and they trashed me most of the time unless I was Pyramid Head. And they still have an advantage, actually, as Pyramid Head. But I could put them under some pressure and I would have a chance, right? Any other killer, I wouldn't have a chance. I know what good players look like. I know what the professional players look like, right? I've practiced with them one-on-one as well, okay? And I know they're better than me, but I was experienced enough to understand the game to tell the difference between weak, mid, and good, right? And I watched enough good streamers, right? I could just tell what people's levels were, right? And a lot of the advice I was getting was from shit players who don't understand the fucking game and don't want to fucking learn, yeah? And I'm just saying, M1 killers, all things being equal, can't compete against a professional Swift or a very good Swift. They can't. They'll lose. The game's lost from the start on certain maps. On certain big maps, you've lost from the start because you've got no pressure. Yeah? Look at this guy, man. He's just sitting there like a muppet, man. Like, he's not saying anything. He's not saying anything. Is this entertaining? Bloody hell. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, look at this. Look at this, man. Come on. Why would anyone want to watch you? Why? You know what? Do you know what? I'd have more respect for someone raging out and getting frustrated and being a baby, because at least that's an emotion. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. He's thinking of quitting. Alright, we don't need to watch any more of that. He makes some good points in the video, right? So I'll link the video in the description. Yeah. So, Dead by Daylight is one of the worst communities ever to exist. Bunch of fucking weirdo losers. You're a bunch of fucking weirdo losers. Right? You are. I really hate the Survivor mains as well. I really hate the Survivor players. So I don't hate all the Survivor players, I just hate the toxic ones. But the vast majority, not all most Survivor players aren't toxic, right? But the vast majority of toxic players are Survivor players, right? I've played against a few bullshit nurse mains who just like slugging you and being assholes, right? But the vast majority of the toxic players are Survivor trash, right? You're gutter trash. Yeah, you ruined one of the greatest games of all time, or potentially one of the greatest games of all time. Behaviour are a toxic company who pander to you, right? Who fuck up the game balance and ruin it for you, right? They don't understand game balance. They don't understand game design, right? I've offered easy solutions to fix it. I'm not saying that they listened to me and ignored me, because that's obviously not true. But what I'm saying is the easy solutions I offered to fix it, they should have came up by themselves independently, because it's fucking obvious. It's not fucking rocket science. I'm not a genius, okay? I'm not, right? There's far more clever people than me out there. So they should have figured out what it was, what the problem was with this game. Yeah? And they just keep on adding new fucking content, new fucking killers every 3 months. They don't fix the base game. They release embarrassment fucking maps like the Venica map with one of the worst fucking design maps of all time. It's a fucking embarrassment. Fucking embarrassment. And the fucking that night map was a fucking embarrassment as well from a game balance point of view. It's unacceptable. It's a fucking embarrassment. Like, you got no understanding behaviour. You got no fucking understanding. But the Survivor mains loved it. A massive map that makes M1 killers even more useless, yeah? And then it drives killers to play more sweaty killers, right? Lethal killers, right? And then the Survivor mains stop whining and complaining and bitching, right? Okay. Yeah, well, whatever. If you're the losers who left those comments, right, you can get bent, yeah? Yeah, okay. Fuck DBD.